Hey guys, welcome back into the Stochastic YouTube channel. My name's Geoff Ulrich, and in this video, we're going to be talking a little bit of NBA action for No House Advantage on this happy Black Friday. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there as well. November 25th, nice little NBA slate after basically having no games, last night, having to just dive into the football slate. That's all you did yesterday. So now we got a big NBA slate, and we got No House Advantage here. There's a couple different ways to play on No House Advantage. There's the Pick'em contest, which we're going to be talking about in this video. We're creating prop-based style DFS lineups, taking props from No House Advantage, sliding them into our lineup, different values associated to each prop, and then we're going to play against a bunch of other people for big prizes. As on this slate is a 15K guaranteed, 5K to first slam dunk contest just for Black Friday on No House Advantage. Guys, there's been overlay on the site. You're playing for big prizes there. It's definitely worth checking out. And if you're new to No House Advantage, use promo code Stochastic to sign up there. $50 match deposit bonus right off the top. You deposit $50. They give you an extra $50 to play with. It's a great way to build a bankroll. It's a great way to try out the site. It's a great way to just, get that extra money, and then you can splash it around. There's also the versus the house contests on No House Advantage. That is where you're essentially building your own prop-based style tickets with different multiplier payouts. Lots of big multipliers on No House as well, so check those out. Go over those in a separate video, though. We're going to focus on the Pick'em contest here. There is free projections over on Stochastic.com. We have optimal lineups. We have free projections for No House Advantage. Very useful. Check those out after you're done watching this video. And before we get into the picks, guys, if you could, smash that like button. Subscribe to the Stochastic YouTube channel if you could. Lots of great stuff coming up after me. But let's get into it. I got 4 props coming at you. 4 ways that you could think about to just build out your lineups here on No House Advantage for this Friday. And we're going to start by going to Jayson Tatum in a game versus Sacramento where we got a 237 point total. So big point total here. Celtics, one of the biggest implied team totals on the slate, if not the biggest, at over 122, 122.5 right now it's sitting at. So Tatum's been on fire of late here. He's averaged like very solid points over his last few games. This is a player that I don't really want to fade here. He's at actually around 31 points over his last 9 games, Jayson Tatum, as I go to my notes. So this is a player who's really been getting it done. He's got a great matchup here against Sacramento. Not a great defensive team, obviously. There's really not much to not like here. So at 26.5, definitely going over. Sacramento allows the 5th most points against in the league here. Got a faster paced game on tap. Sometimes Boston tends to be a little bit slower paced, but I don't think that's going to be necessarily the case tonight. Even in a blowout here, you kind of expect Jayson Tatum just to get there in a couple quarters, maybe even just like 2.5. So 26.5, I think you could look at a lot of different Jayson Tatum props here, but his points had the biggest edge for us. The rebounds are interesting as well, and the points, rebounds, and assists, over 40, but just for points for Tatum right now, his usage is up. His efficiency is great. He's got a great matchup. I think you got to take the over on this low Jayson Tatum total, and then you go to your next one. This is definitely a higher point play from me. Okay, let's move to our next prop. We're going to go to another star player here. We're going to go to Kevin Durant. And again, Durant is in a spot here where, I like taking some overs on him. I mean, the Pacers defense, not great. And they're especially not great from beyond the arc. I mean, they're allowing a pretty high percentage 3-point make, just percentage to opposing players this year. It's almost 40%. So that's a pretty good spot for Kevin Durant. Durant is like attempting less threes this year, but this is a 1.5 3-point total that we're getting on Durant on No House Advantage. And I want to take the over here. I think this is probably, again, you could probably look to Durant maybe to take an over prop as well, but we're getting like a bigger total than we got on Tatum. I would much rather just take the 1.5 threes and go over that. He did make 2 threes in his last game out, attempted a few more threes there. So maybe some good signs that, he's going to get in a groove from there. I really just think that the opponent here is going to push KD to take in a few more threes. We got a good paced up game. Durant didn't play a ton in his last game either. He was in the low 30s. So should see him push for a few more minutes here, a few more attempts. That's all we need. We got a 1.5 3-point prop. We got a really good matchup here against one of the worst defending teams against the arc. I think you go over Kevin Durant, 1.5 3-pointers. I think this will be a bit of a sneaky play too. I don't think it'll be heavily owned in the contest just because Durant's threes are down. But I think in this matchup, this is definitely one where you want to go over. Okay, let's go to the other side of this game, and let's take a look at the Pacers as well for another prop, because we got Bennedict Mathurin on the board here for the Pacers. Obviously been playing a pretty big role for them of late, pushed up for 33 minutes in his last game. So solid rotational player, you know, could even like push for a few more minutes here, but I still look at his props and we're not really getting any edge to take any overs. And I actually want to take an under on Mathurin here. He's got a 2.5 assist prop up, which I kind of found interesting since he hasn't gone over this prop in about 5 straight starts. Actually, if you look even further, you can go down. He's only gone over 2.5 assists twice in his last 9 starts. So Bennedict Mathurin, not really a playmaker, not a guy we were going to be expecting to make a bunch of assists. And, you know, I mean, the matchup is the matchup. Brooklyn a little bit paced up, so you could see him get a few more opportunities, but it's not necessarily something I'm super concerned about here. Actually, and if you even just look at Brooklyn defensively, they allowed the 9th fewest assists this season. So it's not really an area where they give up a ton of helpers. A little bit worse from just like a field goal percentage shooting. But again, we're not talking about points here with Mathurin. We're going to go under 2.5 assists. This player is getting good usage, but like I said, his props are kind of juiced up here now. And I think the unders make for a better play on him tonight. So we'll go to the other side of this game. It is a close point spread, but it's not that high a total that I'm going to start taking the overs on everyone on the Pacers. We're going to go under on Mathurin's assists. So, all right, we're going to add in one more here. We're going to go to another big star player. This is just star players across the board here today. Usually I try and get those rotational guys in, give them some love. We're going to go to Ja Morant for the Memphis Grizzlies. Ja came back from injury again. Just keeps missing like 1 game or 2 here, but bouncing back. The dude's super tough. Appreciate that about him. And he's got a 26.5 point prop up here. I like just taking the over on this. Again, I think there's a couple different ways you could play Ja Morant today. Was looking at going over on his rebounds or assists as well. But when I look at this point prop and just what he's been doing of late, and with no Desmond Bane in the lineup as well, I just want to take the over on the points. I mean, he's gone over this point total now. And if you look back, like if playing through the injuries even, you go back 6 games, he's gone over in 5 of his last 6 games. This really isn't like what you call like a negative matchup against the Pelicans either. You know, like they're not a super fast paced up team or anything like that, but I think Morant, just from the guard position from the matchup, going to be completely fine here. So yeah, close point spread as well. I don't think we need to worry about the blowout factor or anything like that. Just like this prop, really. Ja Morant going over 26.5 points. We're going to end it there. Again, no Desmond Bane in the lineup. Dillon Brooks, just not the same kind of shooter. I think Morant just gets there from volume alone tonight. So close point spread there. We're going to go over Ja 26.5 points. So quick recap. Jayson Tatum over 26.5 points. Kevin Durant over 1.5 3-pointers. Bennedict Mathurin under 2.5 assists. And then Ja Morant over 26.5 points. Those are going to be our 4 props. Build around them for the contest, guys. Again, lots of overlay there. 15K guaranteed contest up on No House Advantage today for the Pick'em contest. Use promo code Stochastic to sign up there. You get a $50 match deposit bonus if you're new to the site as well. Free projections over on Stochastic.com. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the Stochastic YouTube channel. Most importantly, guys, have yourselves a great Friday of NBA action. Black Friday of NBA action. My name's Geoff Ulrich. We'll talk to you again soon.